everyone, this is Bernie from Stampin'Up and welcome back to my craft room this week. I'm taking a little break over the next few weeks just to talk about some top tips for those of you that might be beginning in paper craft, for those of you that might already be doing paper craft a little while, and a good refresher for those of you that have been paper crafting for a longer time. Today I want to briefly discuss adhesives, the different type of adhesives, and why we need to use so many different types of adhesives. Last week in my video I was talking about the top 3 things to avoid as a beginner paper crafter. If you haven't watched that video, I would encourage you to look at that. But let's talk about adhesives today. So when you start off paper crafting, there is just going to be so much information thrown at you, and I had mentioned last week about liquid adhesive glue. Now my personal favorite is Tombow, or green glue as some of the people know it as. What you're looking for in a liquid glue is you want it to be acid free. So you want to make sure that your glue is going to be able to offer you a good tip. So I love this about the one that I get through Stampin'Up. So it's got a fine tip, and it also has a broad tip for application and spreading it sometimes when a big blob comes out. Now there's a friendly debate amongst paper crafters whether you are on team liquid glue or whether you are on team snail glue. Now within Stampin'Up you can get Stampin' Seal, which is the ordinary snail glue, or you can get Stampin' Seal Plus. Now I use my Stampin' Seal Plus, it's just a snail glue, for when I need something to adhere really well. So I use this particularly in my boxes, my 3D projects. So that's where I will use Stampin' Seal Plus. If I want something to really hold, this is where I will use that. Ordinarily, for my adhering of anything else, I will use my liquid glue. So those are my first 2 favorites. Then you will also discover there is 2-way tape, or tear and tape as it's called. And I love this because you can literally, let me just get my silicone mat. You can literally just apply it and use your fingernail to tear, and then you just lift up. It's got a second layer that adheres, and again this is all acid free, and you would just pull this, oops, not working now. You would just pull this layer off. As you can see, there it comes. That would be adhering to your paper. And that, again, I started using this when I did my bags and my boxes, and then I eventually added on my Stampin' Seal. But I still do like using tear and tape for my bags. You can also use tear and tape for adding a little strip if you want to adhere ribbon to it. It really adheres strongly. Then my final, or second last final actually, sorry, are glue dots. Now perhaps you can pick them. There's one there. These little guys are super strong. I like to use glue dots to adhere ribbon, to adhere embellishments, to adhere anything that needs to stay. Now don't be fooled by their size. They are incredibly strong. So if you want to adhere little butterflies, flowers, anything that needs to stick onto your paper, you want to have a set of glue dots in your stash. And then last but not least, I've just got a sheet of mini dimensionals here. These are also known as foam squares, so they have a bit of dimension, as their name says. So you can see there's some height to it. They also have a sticker that you release the paper, and it's two stickers, so one on the top and then one on the bottom, and they are phenomenal at giving you a little bit of 3D height on your projects. So I just wanted to come in very briefly this morning, recording this all about adhesives, which one to choose and why I have all of them in my stash. Happy crafting! Bye!